Welcome to an early Saturday afternoon. I'm back with co-host Jonas. The Mountain West tournament continues. San Diego State and Washington State already have moved on to the semifinal. We're back with quarterfinal number 3. Colorado State, the Rams. 4 seed take on 5 seed San Jose State. Jonas, how's it going? It's an early Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't exactly prepared for this broadcast, but you know what? We make do. We're here. I'm happy to be here. And I'm interested to see this matchup. I really am.
You know, I had this game marked as 1 p.m. Eastern last night. I was like, wait, I thought it was 10 a.m. 10 p.m. EST, not 10 a.m. PST. So I was like, I moved it to 1 a.m. Eastern tonight. I was like, oh, I might ask Jordan to do that later tonight at 1 a.m. in the morning, but I just got pinged like literally 10 minutes ago asking if I'm streaming this. And I was like, oh crap, it's 1 p.m. Eastern, not 1 a.m. Eastern. It's like, oh, Jonas, if you respond, I'll do it. So here we are.
Yeah, I mean, we're here, and you know what? This is honestly a pretty solid 4-5 matchup that I mean, I'm really intrigued to see how this one plays out. San Jose State, they were kind of a wild card going into the season, you know, with BU on the roster. Didn't see a ton of playing time out of him, but ultimately we knew the Spartans could be a really solid threat. Colorado State, they've had their ups and downs since season 2 when they first joined CCS. They've been a consistent team. They've always kind of been a middle of the pack team in the West. They're looking to move on further through this conference tournament.
Yep, just waiting on San Jose State to hop in here, looking like I think they're still waiting for a third to get back on. Ace went to get water. Okay, he's here. He says there should be in the lobby here shortly. But shout out to both teams for waking up early for this.
Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, I believe it's it's 10 a.m. for the San Jose State guys, and I believe it'll be 11 for the guys in
correct.
Colorado. Yeah.
It is 11 a.m. in Fort Collins, Colorado, and it's 10:14 a.m. Pacific time for San Jose State out in, I believe, San Jose, California, right?
I would presume. Yeah. I would think so. That probably, but that being said, I think one of the more interesting storylines in this matchup nation. So obviously Colorado State, they've been around since season 2. They've been one of the longer teams here in CCS. They have yet to win a single match in the conference tournament. They've made the conference tournament every single season. They made it 3 times in a row. They have yet to win their first round matchup.
They've also yet to dance. And the CCS championships, they were expected to make it back in season 2 when that roster couldn't get the job done. Lost in round 1 to the 5th seed San Diego State, who went on to make the national championship game that season and did fall just short in 5 to Kansas, who won it all. But again, this is a season we feel like maybe Colorado State can finally get across that line. But San Jose State made the Mountain West tournament title game back in season 2 and lost in 6 to San Diego State that year, and they also haven't been to the tournament.
Yeah, I mean the West has always kind of been an interesting conference because it's always San Diego State at the top. You always kind of got Air Force, Washington State near the top as well, but then everything else has kind of shifted. Those 4th place through 8th place teams, they really have kind of always trickled down different ways. And Colorado State, you know, as mentioned before, they always stay near the middle of the pack. They always stay up near that top half of those teams, and they've been able to compete well, but they just haven't quite been able to make that push.
Yeah, since the tournament's inception 2 seasons ago, when we went to that bigger bracket, the Mountain West has seen 4 different teams make the tournament, being San Diego State twice, Nevada once, Air Force and Washington State once as well. So now all 4 of those teams looking to go dancing for a second season. Washington State, Air Force in great position. San Diego State, we already have as a lock. Nevada, I think they are in jeopardy of going to the tournament, but we could see 3, possibly 4 Mountain West teams in the tournament.
Yeah, I would obviously expect San Diego State. Air Force, I think they can get in. Washington State as well. That the 4th team, that's where things get a little bit more dicey. But I think both teams are ready, Nation.
Let's get on the field. Game number 1, Jordan. It's enough yapping between us. San Diego State will likely get the winner of this, and it's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, it will be indeed. I mean, I'm excited to see it again. Haven't seen San Jose State in a little while. I'm excited to see what they bring to the table, and I'm excited to see what this Colorado State roster has in store in Season 5.
We haven't gotten to stream CSU much this season. We did see San Jose State twice. Once with BU, once without him, and he's active today. What can the superstar show us tonight?
I mean, we'll have to see. He's definitely going to be the player to watch early on for San Jose State. You're going to want to keep an eye on him. Colorado State, I'm excited to see what this entire trio has in store. Again, we're trying to see if this team is deserving of a bid. I don't think they're going to be able to get the AQ having to take down a team like San Diego State, having to take down another team like Washington State or Air Force. They need to show us something here.
I think the winner of this can at least get an argument going to be in the tournament this season. We'll have to wait and see, especially if it is San Jose State. BU a redirect on target. It's good.
Yeah, and who else but BU to get things started? KN just lobs it downfield. BU outspeeding speed and just puts it right behind him. It's going to be the Spartans on top first.
What a start. And who would BU to get this game started like that, Jordan? It's a beautiful redirect, just 52 seconds in. What a way to kick things off here.
Yeah, we need to see the Rams really lock him down early. I don't know if they, have done their scouting report, don't know what they have in store, but they need to be able to shut him down. But the rest of San Jose State stepping up big time here. KN lobs it up for Ace, bumping out speed, and then Ace just takes advantage and threads the needle.
The physicality. Quick one there, just 5 seconds after the last goal, 1:03 off the clock. And San Jose State a quick 2-0 start to Game 1, and now the Rams looking for a much-needed response here, see before Game 1 gets ugly.
Yeah, I mean, two goals this early, it's always tough, but, you just tell yourself it's early. You're always able to kind of keep that mental strong, get right back into it, but you need to be able to respond. Otherwise, San Jose State, they're just going to keep having free reign of the pitch, and they're going to keep on adding on until this Game 1 might already be out of hand.
Well, 2-0 start. The Colorado State finally kind of slowed the Spartans down a little bit here as the second minute of play. Much more put together, much more poised in the opening 60 seconds. So, again, it's a solid start for the second minute, but you have to keep the fight going, and CSU's got to find a way to score.
Yeah, and they're really awkward here on defense as Ace will pick up a second for the Spartans. Just a quick touch to the backboard. BU is up, created a little bit of panic, and no one could make any contact for CSU.
3:05 to go, and San Jose State averaging a goal every about 45 or so seconds here. Again, what a way to start the series. You get 2 goals early out of BU and crew here, but again, it can't be just BU, but he's made his statement already in this series, and it's going to be a heck of a fight out of CSU to pull this one out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we already have seen, Ace gone 2 for 2 with a goal. KN has already assisted two of those 3 goals. We have seen the rest of this trio pick up well and needs to stay consistent, though. T. Colley flicks it off the upper 90. KN no boost to work with, still finds the block versus speed. The first real offensive look we've seen so far from Colorado State, but now turned around. BU gets it middle. KN there. He's going to put it high into the ceiling. This one falling on target. Grubster has a safe fall from Ace, saved as well.
2:18 to go in Game 1. T. Colley taking his time, goes high the double. No good denied by BU. We'll hold the Rams scoreless for another couple of frames here. Again, Game 1 has been all San Jose State. The Spartans have done quite the job in Game 1.
Yeah, they have indeed.
Oh,
BU missing the double. Doesn't matter. Pre-flip rebound off the far post. BU picks up number 4.
And the Spartans causing havoc here in Game 1. 1:59 to go. CSU's defense, it just can't adjust. Doesn't have enough time to deal with how fast San Jose State's firing at their net.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple stops here and there, but ultimately not consistently enough. BU corner rate off that same far post this time. Can't get the rebound, but ultimately Colorado State, I mean, they just don't look up to the same pace, Nation.
Yeah, I think it's the San Jose State we were expecting to be just 1 or 2 losses at this point in the year, with just a San Diego State as BU has a hat trick in Game 1.
Yeah, he's got a hat trick on 7 shots. He's got more shots than the entire Colorado State team combined right now.
137. It's 5-0, Jonas. What continues to go wrong, and what does Colorado State do to get back into this series?
I mean, ultimately, we need to see their defense just look a little more well-rounded. Altogether, we need to see them look a little bit quicker. We need to see them play more as a team, because right now there's just too many openings. As Ace, he's going to pick up a hat trick. He just puts on a roller from the midfield.
Yeah, game one at this point's over if you're Colorado State, but going into game two, they have to make the right adjustments. If this also happens in game two, I don't know if there's a way they can get out of this hole.
I 100% agree. I mean, you know, we knew it was a quicker start, but we knew that Colorado State had the capabilities to still slow down that momentum and turn things around. But obviously, they've added on 4 goals since then. The Rams still yet to find their first of the series. Grubster double tap inbound. KN goal line saves, and that's just a little bit of salt in the wound.
4th Mountain West Conference Tournament appearance for Colorado State. 0-3, currently in the postseason, looking for their first ever Mountain West tournament victory, but that doesn't look like it's going to be any easy fate tonight, as San Jose State putting on a clinic in game one.
There indeed. Shot here from Grubster, saved by Ace. A little bit awkward in front of net. T. Colley there. BU is getting bumped out by Grubster. Another bump is there. Is there a shot? No speed. Win back as third. BU will flick it across. We're leaving a little bit of that pressure. KN flip reset over to BU. Into the backboard. Ceiling. Recovering. Pre-flip. No good. But you can just see when he's got that time and space, he lets his mechanics work.
And they've gone to work tonight, Jonas. Grubster, nothing there. BU starting from the backfield, gets back to it over the first defender. Speaking of force of 50 and BU, still in control, finds one extra touch. Defense will hold the line for now. 10 to play, game one. Will be all she wrote. San Jose State will lead the series 1-0.
Yeah, you were mentioning it earlier. This is the San Jose State we expected to see this season. I mean, you know, obviously we didn't see them play BU as often. We didn't see them get maybe as many wins as they could have. We saw them go 4-4 in conference play, and I think we expected a little bit more, but we are truly seeing now what this team has to offer. I think, you know, back in week 1 of the CCS top 25 power ranking, San Jose State were number 23. They were in that top 25. We saw them kind of quickly fall out of favor after losing a few, but we know the capabilities that this Spartans roster has.
That it does, and BU was inactive for the San Diego State series, which we were expecting him to play in. So he missed the biggest game of the season. And then in the next round, assuming San Diego State takes care of New Mexico tomorrow, we could see BU get a chance to shine against San Diego State.
Yeah, I can't lie. I would be a little bit surprised not to see him compete in that matchup. Obviously, not seeing him in the regular season was a little bit of a surprise, knowing that, you know, what a juggernaut San Diego State are in the Mountain West. Not seeing him in that match was surprising, and it did, you know, I think really hurt those chances of this San Jose State team to be able to take a victory there. But it's postseason now. Maybe that's just where BU wants to thrive.
Yeah, and San Jose State, as far as I am aware, did roll out 2 substitutes against San Diego State to close the regular season, and almost a chance there for the Rams. A 50 is finally good, and after 5 minutes and 33 seconds of play, the Rams lead.
I mean, that's a great way to respond. Just a little bit too awkward in front of net. BU not expecting Grubster to be there that half second late, and he ends up taking the low 50. Colorado State find their first, and they find their first lead as well.
33 seconds in, a solid start. Grubster for 2, no good. And the Spartans defense will hold the line there. Now BU, chance to shine. C. Colley with nothing will find contact in the first minute. Much more put together, solid start for the Rams.
It really is, but we're seeing a little bit of awkwardness on the defensive side from San Jose State, something we didn't quite see in game number 1. Now BU's bump speed, trying to go middle. Grubster on it with a low boost. Pass out in front, BU double off the pre-flip. T. Colley will shut it down. Are seeing Colorado State look much more measured on the defensive output, now trying to storm their way through the midfield even more.
And you're going to establish midfield presence to win this kind of a series where San Jose State's starting to get physical, and playing with such physicality can be, you know, tough order to deal with if you're Colorado State or San Jose State. You're trying to win a series where your opponents are constantly looking for bumps and demos, and you're worrying about BU's mechanics if you're the Rams. So again, you got to find your breaks over the middle and create opportunities.
Good opportunity there for Speed, just couldn't quite sneak it over the middle. Grubster, another big 51. We are seeing the challenge game from the Rams look much better here in game number 2. As Speed diving in after Ace will bump him off. Grubster just lobs it up. BU back downfield, no one to receive that pass. T. Colley back out of the midfield. KN looking for Ace. Give and go, no good. Speed is up to a Grubster there as well. Colorado State looking much quicker here in the second game of the series.
2 minutes down in game 2. Colorado State still leading 1-0. And game 1, warm-up game. The Rams are ready to roll now.
I mean, this is a much better look for Colorado State, and this is what I expected to see. Obviously, we know what San Jose State can do when BU's on the field, when they have this full roster, as he just misses that double ace, puts it back middle. The clear will be made in time, but Colorado State, I mean, they've always been an interesting team, and they've always seemed to have some of those big ups in the Mountain West. They've been a team that can really surprise everyone. We're hoping to see that again today.
Yeah, and Colorado State doing a stellar job in game 2 of shutting down BU, not giving him as much space as they gave him in game 1. And I think they're just kind of seeing that dividend kind of pay out here, where BU's not terrorizing their goal at the moment. So I think they'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, he's only got one shot registered right now with just under 2 minutes to go, and that's the only shot that San Jose State have. Here's a second Speed backflip save to keep it out. KN goes middle to Ace. He's blocked early. 2 went. Grubster is on it. He plays it low over to Speed. The clear will be made. Starting to see Colorado State, you know, we mentioned it as well, they're having a little bit more team play on the defensive side now.
A shot over the mark. T. Colley, a save, rebound, also turned wide. As Cayenne couldn't find anything to go there in 90 seconds, the Rams still in front 1.
BU back on it, ceiling double save by Speed. Grubster plays it away from Ace, and Colorado State are just shutting down this SJSU offense.
And the Rams, it feels like they made the right adjustments. They've woken up defensively. They've dealt with pressure in the midfield well. They're creating offensive opportunities. Their San Jose State's defense has been, you know, a little bit scarred for boost when it comes to playing defense, or the Rams have control. So everything's kind of going right for the Rams right now. They're not giving San Jose State much of threatening chances to strike outside of BU.
Yeah, ultimately, the defense has just looked right here in this second game. The offense hasn't needed to do too much. You know, they got that first goal. That's really it. Now they've just been holding out, trying to keep the Spartans at bay, and they have been. Now they only have 30 seconds left to hold them in regulation.
And BU hasn't really been able to catch any defenders in isolation, so I think that's a good time. Cayenne delivers a high bounce to Ace. The rebound won't go. A completely whiff of a really open net there for the Spartans.
A good block from Speed. That was the biggest opportunity yet. Just missed. KN lobbed it well off the backboard. Ace, who had a hat trick in game 1, had a perfect setup just to knock that one down. He missed it. Now Speed misses the clear. It's going to be the final chance for San Jose State. It goes middle. T. Colley's there. BU can't have it. It's set down. Colorado State tie up the series at 1.
1-1. Jonas going into game 3, and the Rams get a much-needed victory.
They do indeed. That's huge. After a 6-0 loss, they come back and shut out San Jose State after they put up 6, which is absolutely incredible. Their defense really working. T. Colley and Speed both with 3 saves apiece. Ultimately, San Jose State, I mean, we just saw them getting beat throughout the midfield on offense. They were just getting beat a little bit too much. Obviously, that final chance that Ace had in front of the net, that needed to be turned in. We could have seen a completely different result.
Yeah, and again, San Jose State, you know, they had a heck of a game 1, but it really felt like Colorado State kind of turned the tides of the series to favor the Rams, and their defense adjusted to the pressure and pace San Jose State was dealing with offensively. So I think if that continues, this could be in for a game 5.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how the rest of this series develops now. We've seen BU, he got shut out in that last game after putting on a hat trick. We saw Colorado State really measure up well, really figure him out, and figure the whole San Jose State offense out, as we see a big double commit on the offensive side early from KN and Ace. Now, we'll have to see if the Spartans are able to reconcile that pressure, if they're able to figure things out themselves. Otherwise, Colorado State, they're just going to keep on trucking.
30 seconds down into game 3, the Spartans trying to keep things maintained and get back to their scoring ways. They were shut out for 5 straight minutes. In game 2, a 1-0 final for the Rams to get the job done, and a quick connection there, broken up. That one on the mark, but BU back to receive the clear. Demo on the front side, physicality early for the Rams.
Yeah, and it's a great look again, just disturbing the peace that San Jose State have as Ace misses. BU will just sweep it forward himself. Speed safely back into the corner. KN there, no touch here. Speed will go back up. He's got a player middle, goes far side. T. Colley has trouble reaching it. KN with another good challenge with the midfield. Again, has just been led by San Jose State.
Yeah, BU is creating those opportunities in the midfield for San Jose State, along with KN, who's done a lot of damage offensively for the Spartans, but it just feels like things have shifted a little bit. The Rams defense has woken up, they've made adjustments, but the offensive pressure is still there for the Spartans. They just can't quite connect on their 1-2 passing plays.
Yeah, they look less confident, Nation. I mean, you go up 6-0 as Ace flip reset, bar down and out. Is there anyone there for a follow-up? No. Ace trying to do it himself. Kayan's there, held out by Speed. And again, somehow San Jose State don't capitalize.
That Rams defense throwing us hit as a brick wall. They have really done a stellar job since game 2 and holding up chances. There's an open net for Speed.
And where did the Spartans go on this play? We saw BU there. KN went up, had full belief in BU to take that one all the way across field, and Speed was just an immaculate challenge through the midfield. Colorado State have a lead again.
2:56, 1-0 for the Colorado State Rams out of Fort Collins, Colorado. And boy, they're feeling pretty good in Colorado right now. As game 1 didn't go their way. Okay, there's a response from Ace, but all with a 2-0 run, finally broken up.
Yeah, that's big here as BU, I mean, just beautiful control throughout the corner. Plays it far side, a little bit too much hesitation from T. Colley, and Ace able to take advantage.
Spartans gonna much need to go there. 2:47 to go in game 3, and the first goal since game 1. The Spartans offense feeling pretty good now after that drought broken up.
Yeah, and they're going to add another one. Ace finally starting to find his rhythm once again. It's another big assist from BUT Colley. A little bit awkward there. Ace just able to tap it in nice and easy.
BU finds a bump too. Opens up the net for a second goal. A quick 2-0 run for the Spartans to San Jose State.
Yeah, now Colorado State, this is where we need to see if this team can respond, but it's going to be BU who adds on number 3 for the Spartans. Just the kickoff going awry, and BU immediately on it. What can you do?
3-0 run since 2:56 to go in game number 3, Jonas, and wow. Turn of events here for sure for San Jose State.
Yeah, I mean, this looking much similar to game 1. San Jose State and Colorado State, they've just let it slip a little bit. The defense just made a couple mistakes. Speed, a good chance here. Ace will get back up to it. T. Colley, soft touch. Ace will clear it forward. BU will hunt it down for the Spartans. Wins it through to the corner. Speed, another big turnaround. Ace has got no boost as last still will take things at the helm for San Jose State.
2-minute warning in game 3. BU left alone again by his lonesome for the Spartans defense, and the Rams now down by 2, once we're ahead by 1, and a 3-0 run has turned things around for the Spartans of San Jose State.
Yeah, and it really did feel like everything was going right for Colorado State, and then just a couple quick goals come through. You see a good pass from BU, and then creates a little bit of chaos, and then he gets the third by himself. Ultimately, Colorado State, they still have a lot of work to do trying to shut him out. A good challenge here from Grubster. Does bump him off. T. Colley there to shut the follow-up down. Ace towards the sidewall. And San Jose State, they know all they need to do now is hold on.
1:22 to go. The Rams trailing by 2. And it's so fun to watch BU drive around and cause chaos. He's done so much tonight. He's been so much fun to watch. And Colorado State's had a heck of a time dealing with him. They had a great game 2. Things started pretty strong in game 3, but things have since gone south as the Spartans have woken up their offense again.
Yeah, we've only seen Colorado State. They've only scored 2 in this series so far, Nation. We need to see that offense really get kicked up into a higher gear in games like this. As Ace gets a pinch. Oh my goodness, that was who is with him on that? I believe, was that Speed who got a piece of it?
Only 33 miles an hour, but yeah, it was Speed.
Yeah, a bit of technically an own goal there, but just a bar down pinch as Ace will pick up his second hat trick of the series.
You take that after San Jose State having players average hat tricks is a good sign moving forward. Is being an offense that can be efficient at a plus margin. Is 38 seconds ago. BU's got a second.
Yeah, he's been a part of every single goal so far. And a beautiful assist right here, just outspeeding two players for the Rams in San Jose State. I mean, we saw a 6-goal margin after game one. This one starting to get towards that level, a 4-goal lead for the Spartans, and it looks like Colorado State are going to have to look towards game 4.
Yeah, and again, it's 11-2 in aggregate, and it's 1-1 in the series.
Yeah, that seems insane.
23 seconds to go. San Jose State trying to get to a 6-goal here to average 6 goals in both wins, which would be kind of insane to think about.
Yeah, if they do find that 6, I mean, regardless, even if they don't, it seems they will. Nope, to double whiff out in front. But yeah, 5 goals is enough. It is pretty crazy to think that they scored 6 in game 1, got shut out in game 2, and immediately in game 3 put up 5 again.
It should have had 6 there though, but their offense kind of sold a little bit. But you know what? They don't matter. It doesn't matter. They were still winning regardless. 5-1 the final. A car change for Cayenne. Are we heading to a troll car?
It's possible. I wouldn't imagine so, but it's possible. Speed, he wants a car change too. I don't think he's okay. He's not lead. Oh, yep, he left. Okay, so we're gonna get the car change for KN. We'll keep an eye out for what he goes into. Ultimately, Colorado State, the defense just couldn't quite hold back San Jose State. It was really interesting. It was close. The Rams had their lead, but 1 goal came through, and immediately the floodgates just opened for the Spartans.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember back when they played Miami. I know John swapped to the battle bus and troll, but did San Jose State troll first or did Miami troll first?
I feel like Miami did. I'm not certain, but that just feels like a John the Penguin thing to do.
He might have trolled first. Because didn't they go 0-2 down and then John was like, screw it, I'm going to battle us, we're down 0-2.
That sounds right.
And then they started winning at San Jose State, decided to troll back or something, right?
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah, that feels right. Well, anyway, 2-1 coming up. San Jose State a game away from locking the series on and moving on to play the winners, San Diego State and New Mexico.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one to watch regardless. I want to see either of these teams really compete with the reigning West champs of San Diego State, but we are ready to go. And it looks like Speed is in an octane, and it looks like KN's in an octane as well.
No trolling. And that's a goal.
I mean, you know what? We take a beat, and BU scores in 8 seconds. Just puts it middle. Big 50 versus Grubster. Finds the ground double under Speed. I mean, he just makes it look so easy.
That he does. I mean, I think he's got 7 goals in the night now out of 12 team goals for San Jose State. So he's doing a lot of offensive damage this afternoon.
Yeah, it really has. It's been all over the place. He looked to have had the read T. Colley with a nice stop and a nice clear. KN in the Veloce octane. I like that. That's an OG esports decal.
Ceiling ego challenge there didn't quite pan out for the Rams, and now for Colorado State, what adjustments you get to make now to, again, you lose 6-1 and 5-1 respectively, but how do you deal with the pressure San Jose State has recreated through BU and Ace?
I mean, ultimately, we need to see them keep playing quick. When they were playing fast, when they were playing up in the faces of San Jose State, it created a lot of pressure. And the Spartans, they didn't quite look capable of dealing with it. As we see, BU fires wide. He has a close margin shot. Sometimes it can be a little bit tough. Now Colorado State, they just got to keep up the offense, keep up the midfield pressure, and shut down BU.
Yeah, BU is getting faster too, which is a scary sight to think about, is him already playing as he does, and then even faster BU is a scary sound to think about.
Yeah, it is indeed, but minute 20 elapsed here in game number 4. The Spartans still holding on to this 1-goal lead tightly. BU trying to get to the sidewall and extend it. Breaks free as low boost. KN was there under him looking for a bump. Now Ace will take it through the corner. Goes middle with it. BU's there. Does he get the outspeed? He does.
That's his 8th goal night of 13 team goals, 3:22 to go, and he had 4 in game 1, 2 last game, and 2 here.
Yeah, he just seems unstoppable at this point. I mean, as we expected, to be fair, but really putting it on full display here this afternoon. KN through the corner, trying to keep on that pressure. Ceiling challenge takes it away from Grubster. T. Colley, big clear. Ace, the only player back midfield, past T. Colley a little late. Ace will make the save.
3:05 to go. BU has T. Colley in isolation, fires wide. Rebound for Ace, also won't set the mark in game 4. And San Jose State, the physicality continues to give them possession after possession. BU eyeing a double here, couldn't quite connect. T. Colley turns that one wide for the Ram defense.
Yeah, ultimately, we have just seen San Jose State looking more and more confident. KN, nice save here off the back wall. BU gets it back over to Ace. He'll have himself a dribble with only 14 boosts to work with. Still winning the 50 past T. Colley. KN rushes in, tries to get it back out to BU. He does. Shot will roll up the backboard. BU with a big bump. Speed will be there to sneak it away into the corner. But Colorado State, we've just seen them have almost no control of this game.
2:15 to go. Here in game number 4 is BU on the backfield over 1, trying to get to a reset, couldn't quite find a connection. The rebound for Ace also sent high as KN keep this ball in play for now. 2-minute warning into game 4. The Rams still needing 2 to keep this series alive a little longer.
Yeah, I like the ceiling pinch double attempt from KN. Just narrowly missed it. It was a really tough angle to make work. Now off the ceiling, BU will add on a third. He's got another hat trick here in game number 4. KN just skies it, and the defense from the Rams crumbles.
And BU 9 out of 14 total San Jose State goals. His second hat trick of the series, Jonas. 1:49 to go. BU was almost scoring in double figures.
Yeah, that is pretty incredible, and he's looking for it here off the sidewall. Gets one flip, the 50 into the far corner, and Colorado State, we really need to see a change within these next 30 seconds or so. Otherwise, this one might just already be over.
BU towards midfield, 90 ticks to play. You got to score every 30 seconds. If you are CSU, KN double, no good. Ace in front, 50 lost wide right. As now the Rams needing 3 in the last minute 20. BU trying to put this series on ice. T. Colley delivers, but Ace will find the save.
Yeah, it was a good look for T. Colley. Just couldn't quite put it away. BU 50'd well by Grubster. Ace is there. Tough read to make. We'll put it safely back in the corner. No boost. Still winning the 50 out. Speed to the sidewall. Goes over top of it. The clear will be made by KN into the sidewall, and there's just too much time ticking off the clock right now.
Yeah, you got to score here soon for CSU. And San Jose State has done a stellar job at running this clock out, playing this series laterally in game 4, not having to really be too longitudinal. They're just kind of keeping the ball going left and right and running a lot of clock out, which is panning out well for the Spartans.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, this is such a confident-looking San Jose State team. When they get that lead, they just seem unstoppable. They get that bit of momentum, and they just turn in more and more. T. Colley over to the corner. KN will let it go by. BU puts the middle. Ace there looking for number 4. It's stopped by speed, but there is too much time taken off the clock. The Spartans are in the victory lap.
The question is, can BU find one more to score in double figures?
Well, I would expect him to try. He's got 80 boosts, lobs it up, might just try and get a pass out to Ace. That he does. Speed there to intercept. This one looking to drop. That it will. San Jose State will advance, and Colorado State yet to get their first postseason victory.
And their 4th Mountain West tournament appearance comes away with another loss. For the Rams, now their fate relies solely in the hands of the selection committee for their Rams bid for the first time to the tournament.
Yeah, and we talked about how the winner of this one was definitely going to kind of throw their hat into the ring, saying, you know, we deserve to be in there in San Jose State. I mean, with BU, I mean, what was that aggregate again? 14-2 over the series?
I believe so, 14-2. They had 6-1 in game 1. and it was 1-0 in Game 2 for the Rams, and 5-1 in Game 3, and then was it 4-0 there? 4-1.
Yeah,
It was a
that
3-goal
sounds.
game. It was 3-0 in Game 4, so I think it was 14-2 on aggregate for the Spartans.
Yeah, that does sound right. But I mean, either way, it was just a dominant performance. I mean, the offense from San Jose State, when it really started clicking, they just couldn't stop. Colorado State, they had a great game too. It looked like the whole series was gonna shift, but the Spartans got right back into offensive form. There was just nothing the Rams could do.
Not at all. I mean, you got to deal with BU going chaos on the CSU goal, and I think that's kind of a good sign moving forward. But now, how do you think San Jose State can fare with San Diego State?
I mean, I'm intrigued to see. I mean, we've seen San Diego State be kind of the reigning champs for so long in this conference. I want to see someone contend. Obviously, we've seen them drop a couple series here and there, but in the conference tournament, they've still proven to be the kings.
3 straight Mountain West Conference tournament titles, looking for a 4th consecutive title here. Jonas, do you expect any other outcome? I mean, if anyone's going to beat San Diego State, who can do it?
I think it'd be this team. I really do. I think it would be San Jose State. I think with BU, their offense can just go on another level. They're going to have a lot go right versus San Diego State. Don't get me wrong. AZAP is still a force to be reckoned with offensively and defensively. Having that 1v1 defense, always a huge thing in any playlist. I think, though, if their offense is going to be able to get things started early, similar to what they did in this matchup, keep that momentum going, they could just surprise the Aztecs enough.
Well, assuming SDSU can take care of New Mexico, they'll play San Jose State in round 2, along with Air Force taking on Washington State. That's been a series that's seen Games 6 and 7 multiple times in the Mountain West Conference tournament. But anyway, Jonas, thoughts on what to expect next week in the Mountain West?
I mean, Air Force versus Washington State will obviously be a great semifinal matchup. That one could go either way. It has in the past. Who knows who could come out on top of that one? San Diego State, if they're able to take down the Lobos versus San Jose State, we could see there's a potential upset watch there for the Spartans. You got to keep an eye on it. San Diego State will still be the heavy favorites, but I mean, I would expect the Aztecs to defend their throne quite well.
Well, I'll tell you this. My pick for the Mountain West Conference tournament title game, San Diego State taking on Washington State. I think the Cougars will get the better of Air Force for a 3rd consecutive time. But we'll have to wait and see. I think Washington State's back in the tournament title game for a 2nd straight season. Air Force hopes of making it for the first time ever will still be at Knoll tonight in the next week.
I think that's a very safe bet. I really do think it is. Air Force, I mean, they've still had themselves a really solid season. Washington State, they've just looked the better in a couple circumstances. I know those two teams faced off in the first week of conference play, and we did see the Cougars get a 3-1 win over Air Force. I would expect that to stay the same. I could see Air Force still getting a victory there. They have in the past, but Washington State, they've looked a little bit better this season. I would agree that it's going to be Wazoo versus SDSU.
Well, last season in the semifinal, Air Force blew a 3-1 lead to Washington State and lost in Game 7 overtime. So again, if that, I think that series goes to 6, if not 7, because now next week we move into best of 7s.
Yeah, I mean, that little bit of a longer series does have a lot of implications. It can give a lot of teams that extra life that they need and give them that little bit of a boost, a little bit more time to adjust. And sometimes that's where you see teams really thrive. Maybe they're not great at the beginning of the series, but how they end series is why they can be contenders.
I 100% agree. Well, anyway, thank you guys for coming out and watching this early Saturday afternoon broadcast. It's been Nation of Jonas. We'll see you guys sometime else this weekend for more quarterfinal action. So we move into the semifinals beginning on Monday, March 24th. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later.